Hi everyone, ya sabes que Carlos irtate to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today we're going to be making Kotopita, which are little chicken pies that are going to be filled with cheese, wrapped in phyllo, and we're going to bake them in half in the air fryer and the other half that we're going to make when to do in the oven, so I could show you the difference. I've just fallen in love with my air fryer. I just bought a new one and I really am enjoying using it. It doesn't heat up the house. It cooks things much faster than a conventional oven, and crispy things get way crispier, and it just heats things up really quickly too. So I like to use it instead of a microwave to heat up any leftovers. I love it. Let's get started making these chicken phyllo pies. So we're going to start off with 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thigh meat. I just rinsed it really well with cold water and patted it dry. Then I'm just going to season it with 3 or 4 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. You can use lemon juice instead if you prefer, or even white vinegar works. A few tablespoons of olive oil, like 1 or 2. You just need a little bit because there's plenty of fat on chicken thighs. Then we're going to season both sides with salt and black pepper. I'm going to preheat my air fryer to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to cook the chicken for 10 minutes on one side, flip it over, and I'm going to cook it 5 minutes on the other side, and it's going to be perfectly cooked and delicious. I like to do this in the beginning of the week and just have roasted chicken on hand. It's great for putting into salads or into things like this, pies, even soups. It's just so delicious and done in no time. But if you don't have an air fryer, you can definitely do this step either on your barbecue grill or in the oven. You would preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit and cook the chicken until the internal temperature reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. That's going to take about 25 or 30 minutes. So while the chicken is cooking, go ahead and prepare all of the rest of the ingredients. The recipe calls for 4 scallions, but I had 5, so I'm just going to use all of them. Go ahead and thinly slice them, and then take the scallions and put them in a bowl. Fill the bowl up with cold water and toss the scallions around so that way any dirt that's trapped inside of them will sink down to the bottom. Then carefully lift the scallions out and put them in a strainer and just let them sit while we prepare the rest of the ingredients, which are so simple. I have 8 ounces of cream cheese. You can use ricotta cheese if that's what you have on hand. Just make sure that it's full fat. Now this is in place of the bechamel sauce that I usually make when I make a chicken pot pie. It's just that this is just going to save lots of time. So I'm using cream cheese. Make sure that it's nice and soft. Then you're going to need some shredded mozzarella cheese. I buy mozzarella in big blocks and I just shred it myself with a box grater. You need about 4 ounces of it. That's about, I don't know, a big handful of mozzarella. It's going to give it that nice, stringy, cheesy, filling consistency. And a little hack, to clean a grater or anything that has cheese on it, you want to clean it with cold water so that way the cheese doesn't cook on. It just melts right off or slides right off. So this is definitely a little bit more than 4 ounces, but who doesn't love extra cheese? Just going to use all of it. I'm going to add the scallions, just a little pinch of salt, some crushed red pepper flakes, and these are optional. You can leave them out if you don't like the heat. Freshly cracked black pepper. About a teaspoon of dried oregano. You can use thyme in this. You can use fresh basil or fresh dill. A little bit of mint, whatever herb you have on hand or that you really love, you can go ahead and use that. Then we're going to add 1 egg. Just going to beat it in the side of the bowl. And 4 ounces of really good quality feta cheese. Just crumble it in. This all by itself would make a delicious cheesy filling, but we're going to add chicken and then roasted red peppers to this. So I always have roasted red peppers in the jar, either in my pantry or in the refrigerator, so I'm going to go ahead and use these. If you have a regular bell pepper, you can just roast it or pan fry it, saute it in a little bit of olive oil until it's nice and soft and tender, and then go ahead and chop it up. So if you have 1 big one, you could do 1 big one or 2 small ones. And if you don't want roasted red pepper, olives would be nice in this, sauteed mushrooms. And now we're just going to wait for the chicken. Okay, so it just takes 15 minutes for the chicken to be fully cooked in the air fryer. Go ahead and take it out, put it on a cutting board, and just chop it up into little pieces. And you could add it while it's still hot to the mixture. It'll actually soften up the cheeses, mix it all up, and now it's time to assemble the pies. So I went ahead and I melted 1 stick, which is 4 ounces of unsalted butter. I am going to add a little pinch of salt to the butter for flavor. You can use salted butter instead. I'm going to set that aside. And I have a pound of Phyllo. This is the number 7. Number 7 and number 4 are identical in thickness. Just the width is what changes. So the 7 is a little bit longer or wider. But use either or. You could even use country Phyllo for this if you want it a little more rustic. Country Phyllo is thicker cut Phyllo. Just make sure you thaw it out properly in the refrigerator overnight. And then you could leave it at room temperature for about an hour or so. So if you're using the thicker cut Phyllo, all you need is 1 sheet per pie. But since we're using the thinner cut, we're going to do 2 sheets. We're going to layer them on top of each other. And sometimes certain brands of Phyllo, the layers tend to stick together. You might find that 2 or 3 or sometimes even 4 are stuck together. Just leave them that way. It's not worth tearing them apart. If they have a few tears like this, no problem. They won't even show. So take 1 layer at a time and drizzle some butter on top. And then we're making little pockets, so I'm going to put about 4 tablespoons of filling in the center. You can make this into longer rolls, so you can fit more in the air fryer if you're making it in the air fryer, or you can do spirals, like I did in my mushroom spirals. Just drizzle butter each time you fold. That's going to help it stay stuck together, and it's also going to keep it nice and flaky. And then have a tray ready lined with some parchment paper and put it seam side down. And I'm going to keep making these until I run out of filling. This makes about 4 to 5 pies. You can definitely double or even triple the recipe because these freeze beautifully. You can keep them frozen for about 3 to 4 months. And you could bake them straight out of the freezer too. So once you're done assembling the pies, I ended up with 5 today, but yesterday when I was testing it, I had 4. It just depends how generous you are with the filling, how many you're gonna end up with. Go ahead and put them on the baking tray and brush them generously with some butter. And you can sprinkle some sesame seeds on top, regular white sesame seeds or black sesame seeds taste very good on top of this. Or you can leave them plain if you're not a fan or if you're allergic. Now, if you're cooking them in the air fryer, they're probably gonna fit 1 at a time unless you made them a little longer and not as square as I did. Then you're going to bake them in the air fryer at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 or 20 minutes or until they're nice and crispy. If you're baking them in the oven, preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're going to bake them until they're golden and crispy. That's going to take about 45 minutes. Depends on your oven. I'll show you what they look like as soon as they come out. Okay, so the chicken pies are ready, and in the air fryer, they took exactly 15 minutes. The oven took almost an hour, 45 to 50 minutes, closer to 50 minutes is what it took. So hands down, the air fryer makes them the best. You save a lot of time. Of course, you're gonna have to cook 1 at a time, but if you wanna make them more into a roll than a square, you can get 2 in there, or if you have a bigger air fryer, even better. I have 2 of them, so it's great. I cook one air fryer is slightly bigger than the other, so I can get 2 in that one. So I get to cook 3 at a time, basically, so it's perfect. The house smells amazing. They're so nice and crispy. Just perfect. Can't wait to bite into these. I do want to say that you are going to have some Phyllo left over. So as soon as you're done making the pies, quickly wrap up the Phyllo in plastic wrap. A lot of times it comes in a big sheet of plastic, so if that's not torn apart, go ahead and wrap it in that. Otherwise, roll it up and then wrap it tightly in plastic wrap. Put it back in the refrigerator, and once it's thawed out and it's refrigerated, you're gonna have to use it up within a week, otherwise it goes bad. So make sure you do use it up. I have so many Phyllo recipes, sweet and savory. If you've been following me, you know. So check them out on the blog. It is time for the taste test. And just hear how crispy that is. Now before the taste test, let me say this. As these sit, the Phyllo will start to soften a little bit, so it is best that you serve these right away, or if you're making these for a dinner party, you can definitely make them ahead of time and then just crisp them up for like 3 or 4 minutes in the air fryer and then put them out so they can get nice and crispy again. That's just a little tip. So good. The filling is rich and creamy from the cheese. The roasted red pepper is nice and sweet. The chicken is perfectly cooked and still juicy. I'm not missing that bechamel sauce, traditional Kotopita. I have that recipe up. I think I have 2 Kotopita, traditional Greek chicken pie recipes on this channel. They're made with a bechamel sauce and there's a little more work. When it's hot out, the last thing you want to do is run the oven or the stovetop for too long. So that's why I took the shortcut with the cream cheese and all the other cheeses. Not missing any flavor. If anything, it added a lot. It's so delicious. I hope you guys give this a try. If you want to learn how to make the traditional chicken pies, click over here and I will see you right over there. Head on over to the website to print this recipe, visit our shop to check out all the cool things that we have over there for sale. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you all next time. Yes, us.